to come back or encouraged him in any way, because that's got to be his decision. He's a very wealthy guy. Financially, he's set up for life and probably 10 lives older. But he wants to fight, and he's in the gym. He's in tremendous shape, and that's his decision. And that's his decision. Understand, where his family are coming from, his dad's coming from. However, it's Tyson's decision.
Driving somewhere with my nephew Luke, and he pulled it up on the phone. I wasn't watching, I was listening to it because I was driving. And it was just funny listening to John, because he is straightforward, and people always say to me, oh, he's a nutcase, he's an idiot, he's kicking off. I mean, not really. I says that's the kind of public John Fury that you see. But if you've dealt with him, off camera and behind the scenes over the years, he's a different type of fella. But he does get emotional when he's doing interviews, and quite rightly so, because it's his son. And I don't care what anybody says, when you're in the position where John Fury is, and he's kind of come through with Tyson all the way through the amateurs, everything else. No matter what anybody says, a proper father is always going to have the son's back, no matter.
Yeah, I've still got the hunger and the passion for it. I love it. I love the fights. There's nothing better. For me, no better sport than boxing. I'm a football nut, but as far as boxing is concerned, it's the ultimate sport for me, one against one, and I love every moment of it. It's, some of the crap you can do without, but come fight night, there's nothing like it. The atmosphere and and you get a great fight. I just think it's just monumental.
Frank Warren makes it clear that Tyson Fury's focus is untouchable. Family drama should never interfere with a fighter of his caliber. John Fury's constant meddling in training is unnecessary and only adds pressure. Tyson is sharp, ready, and mentally prepared for a huge return, proving he won't let anything or anyone distract him from reclaiming his dominance.
And if he's going to come back, he's fighting in a couple of weeks' time, I'd much rather he does it now than sits around for 4 or 5 does it. His powers won't be the same. He's not got a lot of miles on the clock. We will see. I mean, I think the big thing with John, what upsets John, is the training.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest, and I mean this with the greatest respect, because I'm involved in family matters, but it's not the sort of thing you should be having a couple of weeks before a fight.
Dominic Ingle exposes the harsh reality of boxing, where loyalty is rare and genuine support even rarer. Tyson Fury has always been surrounded by opportunists, yet he remains focused. John Fury's involvement may appear protective, but often complicates matters, highlighting the strain between family dynamics and the pressure of being one of the world's top heavyweights.
Is everything else. No matter what anybody says, a proper father is always going to have the son's back, no matter what. And in boxing, there's so many sycophants hanging about, waiting to take advantage of you. And nobody's truly your friend. Nobody's truly your friend in boxing. They're looking at the public persona, the fighting persona of the man, of Tyson Fury. And there's not many genuine people around. There just isn't. We're going to stick with you through thick and thin. Tyson's dad, John Fury, has always been there. And some people love him and some people hate him. But unless you know the dynamics of that family and that relationship, really nobody's in a position to comment.
John Fury questions Tyson Fury's motivation, suggesting he might be chasing money over legacy. While some see this as ambition, it exposes tension between father and son. Despite John Fury's doubts, Tyson's focus and skill remain undeniable. The public sees drama, but the real story is Tyson Fury's determination to stay on top of heavyweight boxing.
Do you think Tyson still has the same hunger now he's at the top? He'll only come back to get the biggest bags, not the biggest belts. We found that quote.
All these belts he's already got had them. He just thinks, okay, he wants to be known as the richest boxer and take Floyd Mayweather's title in a different way. Now all of a sudden, click, he's gone money mad, thinking he can compete with the Saudis, which is impossible. They've got more money than sand, haven't they? And there's a lot of sand in Arabia. So, but that, to me, I can tell now he's floating his boat.
John Fury emphasizes his role in shaping Tyson Fury's path and the respect he feels he deserves. It shows the deep personal friction between father and son. While he struggles with Tyson's independence, it also highlights Tyson Fury's rise as a self-made superstar despite family tensions and public scrutiny.
Dedication. And don't forget, who built his story when he was a kid? He didn't build it himself, did he? Me, his father. And he hasn't showed me enough respect to say, you know what? My dad could be right.
Is that repairable, John,
Yeah.
that relationship?
For the less, there's no fighting. No fighting, Huey. No fighting, James. And no fighting, Jay. And most of all, no.
Liam Goff sides with John Fury, questioning Tyson Fury's current form. While critics speculate about age and motivation, Tyson's legacy is clear. The tension adds drama, but it also reinforces that Tyson Fury is a fighter who faces both external rivals and internal family challenges before he steps back in the ring.
But he's saying that Tyson isn't himself anymore. And I tend to agree with John Fury. He's certainly not at his best anymore. I mean, how could he be after everything he's been through and stuff like that? So I tend to agree with that, right? But he was saying words to the effect of that the Wilder trilogies.
John Fury is blunt about respect and priorities in the family. He highlights that loyalty to the bloodline comes before fame or fortune. His statements reveal the emotional strain behind Tyson Fury's rise, reminding fans that family conflicts can overshadow public success even for a two-time heavyweight champion.
If you can't show your father respect when it's needed, keep going. I don't need you. I don't need him and his millions. I need nothing off him. I wish him well, but he's put those people before me, his blood father. That's hurt me like unbelief. So, they can jog on.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
Tyson Fury makes it clear he values loyalty over numbers. His focus is on trusted people and staying in his own lane. This mindset shows why he has achieved so much despite chaos around him. Tyson Fury's discipline and independence define his approach to boxing and life outside the ring.
I have people around me, never have and I never will, because I'm a psychopath. I can't have a million people around me because it doesn't work. I just have the same old people I've always knew, that's it. I'm not interested in making new friends, I'm not interested in what the next man's got, I'm not interested in what the next door neighbour's doing, don't care. Keep myself to me.
Shane McGuigan breaks down the strategy behind Tyson Fury's family dynamics. Using his father as a motivator and agitator shows Tyson's intelligence outside the ring. It isn't about disrespect, but about keeping focus and testing limits. Tyson Fury understands how to harness chaos around him to maintain mental sharpness. In a world full of distractions, this approach could give him an edge over opponents who underestimate the complexity of his preparation. His mental toughness is as important as physical training, proving that championship fighters must master the mind as much as the body.
Tyson, I think, used his dad to keep him involved and as a infiltrator. You know, someone that can shout and scream and cause a bit of chaos and unrest. You know, and I think like he doesn't need that in this fight, so he might make a U-turn.
John Fury's criticism reveals deep tension behind the scenes. He questions training methods and the readiness of others around Tyson Fury, highlighting his protective instincts. This insight shows the harsh realities of elite boxing, where even family members assess skill and strategy rigorously. The environment is unforgiving, and every decision impacts performance. John Fury's blunt perspective exposes that a champion circle must be meticulously managed, with no room for weak links. For fans, this adds another layer of understanding Tyson Fury's preparation, showing the relentless scrutiny even a world champion faces from those closest to him.
Bollocks, a lot of it. Same squad, same bullshit.
You're not a part of this training camp, are you?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I said, if you have him, that sugar, I'm no filter. I said, I'm gone.
But what is it about Sugar?
He's
Is
no
it
good.
Tactically,
Technically, he's useless. Everybody's been in the corner. He got beat. He's been gone Tyson since the Deontay Wilder fights. It's finished Wilder completely. It's took a lot away from Tyson. Magmadov. This is a problem. I'm the first one to say it, because all them out there, they don't pay enough attention to detail, Spencer.
It's a high-risk fight for him, isn't it?
It's not what I'd have done. Look at Usyk. Usyk's saying, I'm 39-year-old. I want an easy time. He's picked Rico Van Hoover.
Yeah.
Man's not a boxer. I'm getting well paid for Rico, keeping my name out there. It's an easy fight. Even if Tyson wins this, it's 12 rounds of hard work.
Simon Jordan provides a reality check on family disputes in the public eye. He critiques John Fury for exposing private matters in the media, suggesting that real reconciliation must happen away from cameras. This highlights how Tyson Fury's family tension is being exploited externally, affecting public perception. For fans, it's a reminder that behind every headline is a complicated personal story. It underscores the responsibility of family members and the media, showing that even the biggest stars must navigate relationships carefully. Tyson Fury's professionalism is tested not only by opponents, but by his own circle.
Relationships, you repair them in private, not in the public domain. John, on the times that I've met John, I found him to be engaging and charming. But there's other times when I've seen him whether it's an act, created or whatever, it's boorish, it's unpalatable, it's unpleasant. When you headbutt Ukrainians in front of, Saudi royalty and behave yourself in a way that's not particularly appetizing, you get judged by it. So, with due respect to the fact it's a scoop for these guys, I'm not hugely interested in John Fury's outlook.
Peter Fury emphasizes Tyson Fury's tactical intelligence and ability to choose opponents wisely. He reminds fans that Tyson's brilliance isn't just raw power, it's timing, preparation, and understanding the fight landscape. Even at his age, Tyson Fury can walk through challenges because he matches skill with strategy. His legacy isn't built on reckless action but calculated moves, showing why he remains a top heavyweight. The commentary paints a picture of a disciplined champion whose decisions inside and outside the ring reinforce his dominance and excitement for fans who watch him analyze every fight.
Well, whether he can take him or not, he shouldn't be taking him, and he knows that. But when he's on his A game and he boxes, he can box. He ticks all the boxes, trust me. And he's exciting as well. And he does the right thing with this level of opposition because he's walking through them.
Duke McKenzie delivers a critical perspective on Tyson Fury's place in history. While acknowledging Tyson's skill and fan following, he compares his achievements to Muhammad Ali, highlighting the gap in legacy. This commentary sparks debate about greatness and context, pushing fans to consider both accomplishments and influence. Tyson Fury remains a dominant figure, yet these opinions add tension and discussion around his true standing in boxing history. It also frames the ongoing narrative of his career, showing that no matter the victories, comparison to legends fuels scrutiny and adds weight to every fight he undertakes.
Obviously Fury's got his own fans and people that think that he is a legend and one thing and another. Well, that's all well and good, but you've got to look at his resume. It doesn't stack up.
Fraser Clark brings a thoughtful perspective, recognizing John Fury's unique insight as a father who knows Tyson Fury's full potential. While his methods and words may seem harsh, they stem from deep understanding of his son's capabilities and limitations. Clark frames this not as conflict but as a cautious evaluation of Tyson's current form, hinting at questions about fitness, motivation, and preparedness for his next fights. By pointing to a future date where answers will become clear, he builds anticipation and reminds fans that judgment must be reserved for performance in the ring. This commentary underscores the tension between family loyalty and professional scrutiny, showing that even champions are measured against expectations set by those closest to them. It reinforces that Tyson's career is as much about mental fortitude as physical ability.
No, I'm not saying what John said, but obviously I suppose he's in a position where he knows his son, he probably knows the best version of him, and he's probably looking at him now and just feels that it isn't. I think all questions will be answered on the 11th of April, won't they? And we'll see what he's got now.
John Fury's blunt honesty captures the dilemma many fans and analysts feel about Tyson Fury's comeback. Having already achieved monumental success, John questions the purpose of returning to the ring, highlighting the tension between legacy and ongoing competition. His comments on Magov and elite opponents acknowledge the seriousness of the challenges ahead, while showing concern for Tyson's remaining drive. This candid reflection illustrates the complexity of maintaining peak performance after reaching the pinnacle of boxing. Fans can see the delicate balance between pride, accomplishment, and the desire to continue proving oneself. It adds a raw human perspective to Tyson Fury's narrative, reminding viewers that even champions face doubt and scrutiny from the people closest to them, reinforcing the stakes of his upcoming fights.
One punch in heavyweight division changes everything. Magwadov's capable of doing that. He's a big, strong man, as you can see. Tyson's an elite boxer, but what's he got left? I don't know. Because you'll only know when you get in that ring, and then it's too late. Let's just see. Tyson's not a stupid man.
Shane Fury emphasizes the existential challenge elite athletes face when they have achieved everything, questioning what drives Tyson Fury now. Material success and personal accomplishments can no longer motivate, leaving the competitive spirit and love of the sport as the remaining fuel. This commentary paints a portrait of a champion wrestling with purpose beyond fame and fortune, highlighting the mental demands of returning to boxing at the top level. It also reinforces why focus, discipline, and determination are crucial for Tyson's next chapter. Fans gain insight into the mindset of a fighter who has literally conquered the world but still seeks fulfillment and challenge. Shane Fury's words underline the human side of a champion, making Tyson Fury's journey relatable despite his extraordinary status.
The thing is there's nothing more left in life for these boxers. When these great boxers what's completed the game and they've got everything, what else can Tyson do? You know, there's only so much yachts and sailing, and there's only so much flying on holidays, and there's only so much fucking whatever a normal person thinks is good you can do before you're sick.
Johnny Nelson breaks down the tactical dimensions of Tyson Fury's next fight, focusing on physical attributes and preparation. He acknowledges the advantages Tyson holds in speed and skill, but also questions the impact of age on mobility and endurance, providing a realistic lens on how elite fighters evolve. The commentary stresses that despite past dominance, Tyson must remain vigilant as younger opponents wait for opportunities to exploit any weakness. Training in Thailand shows dedication, but attention to detail, like footwork and injury prevention, becomes critical at 37. Fans are reminded that even legendary champions are not invincible and must continually adapt. This perspective adds excitement and tension for the audience, as it frames Tyson Fury's next performance as a test of longevity, strategy, and resilience against rising talent.
I think Mahmoud is made for him. It's a perfect fight for him. Got the height, looks the part, he's strong. I think Tyson's hands will be too fast. I think Tyson, his feet are the thing what I want to see. I want to see how his feet have deteriorated, because it happens to everybody. So I just want to see what version of Tyson we get. He's out in Thailand training, so he's got to make sure he trains right. No cutting corners at this stage in your life. 37 years old. There's a lot of young lions knocking at the door watching you. You're in a meal ticket, they're planning for you already. And I think Tyson...
The entire saga around John Fury and Tyson Fury has shown just how complex family dynamics can intersect with professional boxing. Frank Warren and Tyson Fury have kept their focus, staying calm and disciplined, while John's words and public behavior created drama that threatened to distract from what matters most in the ring. Fans have seen Tyson's mental toughness shine as he isolates himself, trains relentlessly, and ignores the noise to remain at the top of his game. Experts like Johnny Nelson and Shane Fury remind us that age and legacy present challenges, but also opportunities for a fighter like Tyson Fury to show why he is one of the greats. Every statement, every interview, every public interaction builds anticipation for the next fight, especially against Mudas, where skill, strategy, and footwork will be tested. If you are a fan of boxing, now is the time to stay locked in, follow every update, and witness Tyson Fury prove that even under pressure from family or critics, a true champion keeps rising. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to not miss any of this explosive journey.